So while I was at work today, I was just thinking about my grandmother. Yeah, my grandmother passed away. I was just thinking about her. And I remember this time or whatever when I was a little girl. My grandma was sitting in her rocking chair. I don't know if she was reading the paper. She probably was. But anyway, it was a fly in the house. And the fly kept bumping up against the television screen. And I was trying to kill the fly or whatever. Couldn't kill the fly. So I'm like, I'm going to get this fly. I'm going to get this fly. I had to be about 8 or 9. And when I was a little girl, little kids, they don't know how nasty flies are. You know. They don't know what type of activities flies get into. But I was like, I'm gonna kill this fly. I'm gonna kill this fly. So after minutes and minutes of me trying to kill this fly, I was like, I'm gonna get this fly because I was fixated on the fly. I'm like, I'm gonna catch it. So I caught the fly in my hand. And I was so happy and I was so proud of myself. And I took it to my grandmother. I said, Granny. She was sitting in her chair. She said, what? I said, look what I caught. And I opened up my hand. And the fly flew out of my hand. My grandmother went off. And if anybody know my grandma got a real squeaky voice. It's squeaky, but when she talking, she getting down to business. She looked at me. She said, was that a fly? Was that a fly? And my expression went from being proud to being scared and sad. And I was like, yeah, Granny, it's a fly. It was on the TV and I caught it. And she stood up over me. She said, do you know how nasty a fly is? Do you know what flies do? And I was crying. She said, get your tail in the bathroom and wash your hands. And I went in the bathroom and I washed my hands. And she was standing there washing my hands. And I was just crying. But me thinking back, and like I said, you had to hear how my granny talk. Her voice was crazy. I was just laughing while I was at work today, thinking about my granny and that time that I caught that fly, because now that I'm a grown woman, like, flies is nasty. Like, they sit on shit. So, that kind of made me laugh. It made me feel better. God rest my granny. So, yeah, but that was funny to me.